Hello, this is Gigi Gamore and more. I'm here. We're doing some bobbin lace today. I have a few of these already on, but I'm going to add a few to the end so you know how to add. They're all added primarily the same, so you didn't miss much. Okay, so I got the orange. Now the next color that we're going to add. Well, basically this is my board. I should start with that, shouldn't I? This is my bobbin lace board. I got it from snowgoose.com. They're really good, and they get here, they ship really fast. Nice comparable pricing. You can get the bobbins from them, or I can have another video. I'll show you how to make bobbins. They're really fun too. I just make them out of dowel rods that I cut to the appropriate size, and then I put beads on them. And that's a really fun project too. But, and like I said, this is my board. Then you need a lot of pins. And you need a pin cushion. Ouch, poked myself. This is my pin cushion. And just pin it wherever you want to on your board. I usually put it to one side or the other. Pin it to your board with size 11 pins. Or whatever size is good for your hands. The pin size doesn't really matter. The gauge is from your pattern. How you gauge your pattern with the graph paper. That's my next thing that I was going to talk about was your paper. You graph it with the graph paper. In different size string, you need different size holes. But basically, it's just whatever your pattern is. And then I had a video on how to make the bobbin laces. You just use about a yard, 2 yards on each side, and with the middle being connected. So you need two bobbins for one bobbin lace. And then you need, that's all. You need just to start going, just to do it. Okay, this little thing come off, so you make a little loop. Put the head of your bobbin through the loop. And that's how you connect it again, because they're going to fall off a lot today. Okay, put a pin up here in the doobly-doo. It don't matter. Away from your pattern. Then, I imagine we're going to do 2 stitches today. A twist and a cross. The cross is crossed this way, and a twist is crossed this way with your thread. My fingers being the thread. The twist... or cross, excuse me, because it looks like a cross, and the twist is the other way. Cross and twist. That's all we're going to do. And I imagine we always use 2 bobbins at a time. We're working with 2 bobbins, even though we may have 100 bobbins on our board. We only imagine we're working 4 at a time, 1 and 2. And you set up your bobbins as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to make a cross, you go 2 over 3. So that's a cross. Now you do a twist, which is 4 over 3 and 2 over 1. Now, that's a half stitch. Because a half stitch is a cross and a twist. So we did a half stitch. Now we got to close that with another half stitch, which is a cross, 2 over 3, and a twist, which is 2 over 1, 4 over 3. And now you can tidy up your stitch at the top. Oh, that loop came off. So make a loop and put it through the top again. This is pretty thick thread, so it's probably going to come off a lot today. So you just tighten up these the stitch you made. Now you have an orange one. Or yellow, excuse me. Actually, I'm just going to push this. Being this, that's fine. We want the brown next. Brown is next to the orange. And now we need one more color, so we're going to get a green. Here's a green. So we're going to put this up in the cloud, extra stitch, because we're adding this green with our yellow into our pattern. So now you need a cross and a twist to make a half stitch. So that's how we add with a half stitch. At least I am. There's lots of million different ways to add and subtract, but that's how I am adding today with a half stitch, because this is really thick material, so you can't do a whole stitch or it'll be way too thick and you won't be able to tighten it real nice. So we want a nice airy, and this is my homespun yarn, so it's going to bloom and be even thicker. So we don't, once we put in some water, it's going to bloom and be even thicker. So we don't want a real thick stitch. We want a nice, even stitch. Lace or stitch, whichever one you want to call it. So, okay, now this is our 2, 3, or excuse me, 3, 4, 1, 2. So we want 2 over 3, then we want 2 over 1, and 4 over 3. And here's our stitch. So we'll take this pin and pin it. Now we're going down, that we added that green onto it now. Now we have to do another half stitch. So it's a cross, 2 over 3, and then a twist, which is 4 over 3, 2 over 1. And now tighten our stitches. Oop, it came off again. Little stinker. Okay, now tighten these stitches up real nice. So now that's added. So we added a stitch there. So I think we're good. On this side, we have plenty of stitches. Oop, the yellow came off. I think that's going to be a thing today. Make a twist, put the loop over the tip of your bobbin. So now let's move all these stitches over to this side so we can work that last. Oop, the green is on top. So we'll just switch them. That'll be fine. This is real thick material. You don't have to worry about that, because it's going to bloom and thicken nicely. So the green's on the outside. We have to add a green on the outside on this side. So we have to add one more green, and then we'll be ready to do the body of our stitch. Oop, we got to tighten this up. It's getting way too long. It'll be hitting the floor. That's okay. There you go. Okay, so now we're over to this side. Put one more stitch. I just like to pin them back so they don't fall down into my work. I pin them back just a little. So we're going to be working with this yellow. And there's one more down this V at the top of my pattern. There's 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, and I have one more green. So we need one more green. So we're going to put a pin up here in the doobly-doo, up here in the extra. Pin our green up here. Now we're going to add the green to the yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Green is 3 and 4. Yellow is 1 and 2. 2 over 3 makes a cross. Now a twist is 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's our cross. See? That's our half stitch. So now we want to pin that into our last diagonal line. Right there. Pull all of our stitches. Whoop. Let go again. Make a loop. Put your loop back in. Okay. That looks good. Now 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's a half stitch. We're all good to go. Now all of our bobbins are added. 2, 4, 5 on one side. We'll move 4 to the middle because we always work 4 stitches at the same together. And now we have 4 on this side, 2, 3, 4 different colors, and 4 colors on this side. And the 2 greens are in the middle. So we're good to go. So now there's 1 stitch we have to put in. So we'll do a half stitch, which is 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's a half stitch. And see it here? You have to do the work down here, but you're looking up here because this is where we're going to pin. Now we pin that stitch. There you go. Pin that stitch. Now do it again because we have to close that stitch. We pinned it, now we have to close it. There's an open stitch on top of and then pin, and then we have to close that stitch with the stitch underneath so that it snugs it together. So we're going to do another half stitch. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. and tighten that up, make it nice and pretty up at the top. You do the work down here, but you're looking up here at your pattern. And now we have to do half stitch all the way down our diagonal. This is our diagonal, so we have to do a half stitch, or a full stitch. So you do a half stitch, pin, half stitch, all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. Half stitch, pin, half stitch. We'll start with the orange. Green is our working dog. Dog. But not really. They're doing about the same amount of work. The orange and the green. Orange is 3 and 4. Green is 1 and 2 on this stitch. Every stitch it changes, but you're always working with 4. Most of the time. At least always in this pattern. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Half stitch made. Pin it in your diagonal down, because that's our next stitch. Our diagonal down. And tighten up our little stitches so they look pretty up there. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Cross twist. That is a stitch made. We are done. And now pull that green down, or gray, whatever you want to. All different shades. I dyed these up one day. I'll have to dye for you guys too. I got lots of things we can show and work together and do. I love doing this. Now we need another half stitch. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. And pin. Pin our pretty work up here so it doesn't go away. Tighten just a little. Tighten up all your stitches, make them pretty. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Stitch made. Done. Pull the next stitch, next color, to make a new stitch. 2 greens. 2 different colors greens, but 2 greens nonetheless. Half stitch. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Pin. Oop. Just like that. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's the half stitch completed. All done. One more stitch and we'll be done. Maybe pull it down a little bit. Might help. Okay, last stitch. Yellow and green. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Half stitch made. Pin the half stitch. Boy, these are pretty thick. You can't see my hole. Pin the half stitch. There you go. Tighten her up a bit. Make her look pretty. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Now this green is our last one out there, which is fine and dandy. It's just going to be a little bookmarker, a little something you put anywhere you want. You're just doing a new project and having fun. That's why I look at it. And now we'll pull all these stitches, because we did all the way down that V. We can pull all of our stitches to the one side and do the other side. So we did all these stitches. Now we have to do the other side. 4. Pin them back. I just pin them back in 4s so that we can work it. First 2 stitches. Whoop. We did those 2 already. We don't have to do them again. We'll start in the middle. So you got 4. So this green is going this way. Orange is done. So we're done with that one. Now we have to, those are all done. Our middle stitches are these, pin them back. Green is our middle stitch. Orange is our next stitch. So the green's going to be worked through just like the green was worked through that side. Now we work through this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches to make. The green's going this way, so the green and orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Half stitch made. Done, done, done. Pop this right in there. These very thick stitches. Okay. Oop. See that popped right off? Make a loop with your finger. Put the tip through the loop. Tip of your bobbin. Boy, you can't let your loop go. Bobbin through the loop and you're done. All right. That's a half stitch made. Now half stitch and half stitch. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Another half stitch made. We're done. Orange is done. Now the next 2 stitches are the 2 greens. So pull them tight, just tight, not crazy. Okay, green, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Half stitch made. Do that again. Tighten, just snug. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Done. Going to the next. The next one is right here is the yellow. So, whoop, it popped off. See it? Make a loop. Put your bobbin through your loop and you're done. Give it a little tug. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Done. Half stitch done. Pin the half. Now close the stitch. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Done. Make the stitches all pretty. Whoop, popped off. Make a loop. Put your bobbin lace through, or the bobbin through the top, and you're done. 2 greens and then we'll be done. 3 over 2, 2 over 3, excuse me. 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Half stitch made. Pin and do another half stitch to close your gap. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. Done. Oh, popped off. Make a loop. Put the top through your loop. Top of your bobbin through your loop, you're done. Okay, now let's move everything back to the middle. Whoop. Make a loop, pop it on. It's going to be the theme for today. Told ya. These little guys don't want to stay away. Okay, we'll get into the next stitch, which is our pretty spider. For the spider, you need 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. 3 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you got yellow, brown, orange, orange, brown, green. Yes. So this is how you do this little guy. He's so cute. Okay, they all have 1 twist. You got to twist them again. 3. Each one you have to twist to the right because it needs 2 twists to make his legs. See, that's it. It needs 2 twists to make his legs. Okay, once you get 2 twists, you take the orange and run them through, which is 1. I didn't explain that too well. We'll do it again. You're doing a torsion now, which is you're taking these 2 greens, 1 over 3, 2 over 1, 3 over 4. And then you go on 2 over 3 and you push that over to the side. So you're just pushing them through. Whoop, the loop came off. And now you're taking the orange through the yellow, which is 2 over 3, which is a half. 1, 2 over 3, 2 over 4 over 3, 2 over 3. See how this was the working pair? You work this orange through all of those 3 stitches. Whoops, gotta make a loop. I'll show you here a little better once I get it through. Okay, see you took the orange through the orange through the brown, and orange through the yellow. And that's how you gotta do it. Now you put these up here. Now you take the brown, work them all through. Then you take the green and work it all the way through. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. I might get a little tongue-tied, I hope not. Okay, so you just imagine 4 pairs, like always. These 4, we're going to work the green through the orange. So you go 2 to 3, 1, 2 to 1, 4 over 3. And then you go 2 over 3, and then you push it out. You're done with that pair, but you're still pushing them through. Now you take the next 2 sets, which are both brown. Oops. So you go 1, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1, and then 2 over 3, and the orange brown is through. Now you take the brown through the yellow, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1, 2 over 3, and the orange is, the yellow's through. So now you got 2 that went through. You got the orange and the brown that went through. So you can push them through. These, now you gotta have the green. It's the last one to go through. So you can imagine the first 2 colors, green and yellow, green and orange, excuse me, 2 and 3, 4 and 3, 2 and 1, 2 and 3. Orange is through. Pin them off. Now you go brown and green. 2 and 3, 1 over 3, 2 over 1, 2 over 3. Orange is through, or brown is through, excuse me. Now you imagine 4 more. So you go 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 3, 2 over 1. Orange is through. Brown, green is through. We're all done. So we've switched these over to there. That's all we've done. See? Now skinny up all these. This is the only hard part. You gotta skinny up all of this work. But it's so worth it at the end. You'll see how cute this little spider is. See how you're skinnying up all that work? Making it look really pretty? Yes. Okay. This is what's going to take you a while, because this pin has to go all the way right there. So you got to skinny up all of this work. Whoop, it already came out. Came over the pin. That's okay. Push it back up there. Just keep skinnying up all this work. All this yarn's got to come down. It's all got to come down the right spot. That's the only problem. Okay, let's have a look. We got to move that pin. It got moved a little bit. That's okay. Okay, see? All this has to be skinnied up pretty in there. Use a pin, whatever you got to do. That's a lot of bulk up in that little bitty space. But it looks so cute when we get this done. You'll see how cute it looks. Okay, see how tight that is now? That's perfect. You don't want it too tight, you don't want it too loose. You just want it just right. Okay, let's have a look up here. Always look up here at your work. Always. See what, use a pin to push it up and make it all nice and pretty. Perfect. Now pin it in the middle. See, that's the spider. We'll pin in the middle of the spider up in all that mess. All that pretty mess. Making it all nice and tight and pretty. Okay, once you got half, so now we're at half the spider. We've got the legs twisted. Then we got it all from what, now we have to bring all these bobbins back over to here and these bobbins back over to here. Easy enough. So you do the exact same thing. But you take, now you're taking these and putting them back over here. So these are the ones that you push through these 3. These 3 sets here are stationary. And the green is the first to go through all these. So let's go back up. The green goes back through all these 3 sets. So imagine the first is the yellow. So imagine 1, 2, 3, 4. It's same easy. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. And then 2 over 3. Green's through. Now, green goes to the brown. 4 right here. Imagine those aren't here. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. and then 2 over 3. Greens through those. Now imagine these are your 4. 2 over 3, 1, 4 over 3, 2 over 3. Now the greens all the way through these 3 colors. And if you want, you can take a minute to push them through. That'd probably be easier than waiting until the end. Okay, so you got your greens already all the way through. You're done. Now we got to take the brown through these. So the brown has to be moved through them all. So the brown and the yellow, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1, 2 over 3, yellows through. Brown over brown, 2 over 3, 3 over 4, 2 over 3, 2 over 1, over 3. Brown's through. Now we orange, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1, 2 over 3, and the brown is all the way through. We're done. Now we can kind of skinny up if you want. Maybe make it easier at the end. Now these 2 are through. Now we only have the orange to go through. These oranges will go through now. So imagine the orange and the yellow. 2 over 3, 3 over 4, 2 over 1, 2 over 3. Yellow is done. Brown and orange. 2 over 3, 3 over 4, 2 over 1, 2 over 3. Brown is done. Now oranges. 2 over 3, 3 over 4, 4 over 3, excuse me, 2 over, I hope I'm doing these right, 2 over 1, 2 over 3. If I'm not, I apologize. I try my best. The orange gets skinnied up, close as you can, over to this side. Now we got our 3 back to where they started. 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Those are the little legs of our little spider. Now we tighten it up. I'll show you that a little closer. Tighten it up. Best you can. Make them as pretty as you can, because you want your spider to have pretty little legs. And now we're at the end, and now we're doing there's legs, so we got to do a cross. Every one of these have to have a cross, because they have 2 crosses at their legs. So the yellow gets one across and across and across and across and across, or a twist, whatever. It's a twist, sorry. Not across, a twist. Should have 2 twists on all their little legs. Two twists on all their little legs. And now you got 6 in the middle, and we're going to keep 3 on this side, and then these 3 are here. This orange comes down and is going to shut their little legs off. We're going to shut the pattern off, close the pattern. So you do a half. The orange is going to go through the green. 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, easy enough. Do a half double stitch, half, which is 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's the half stitch. Pin up the bottom of your stitch. Whoop. Bottom of your leg. And now 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 3. That's your close of your stitch. That's one of your legs. So one of your little legs. Close that one. Pull it as tight as you can, because you want your legs to be nice and tight. Okay, now orange, yellow, and brown. 2 over 3, 4 over 2, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's a half stitch. Close up your leg. Second leg is closed. Tighten as much as you can, so it's nice and pretty tight. 2 over 3, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. And that's the closing of that second leg. Now you got one more leg, which is the orange. 2 over 3, 4 over 2, 4 over 3, 2 over 1. That's a half stitch. And now we're gonna close that stitch. Tighten it up as best you can because you want all these stitches tight. 2 over 3 and then across. Twist, cross and a twist. That's your third leg. We're all done. 3 legs on that side are done. So now we want to come down this side and close up these 3 little legs. So we're going to use this green to close up the little legs. 2 over 3, 4 over 3 across. Twist and across. Pin the first leg, tighten your stitches. Whoop. Make a loop, put the bobbin through your loop. Make a loop. Put your bobbin through the loop. Okay, tighten up your loop. Whoop. Do it again. Make a loop, put your top through your loop. Okay, tighten as best you can. A cross and then a twist. Now the green can come over, or yellow can come over here. Now the green and the green are going to be together. Once again, tighten as best you can. 1, twist, cross. Whoop. Loop came out. Twist, cross. Half stitch. Now twist, cross, and again. Whoop. Whoop, actually, I think that was 2 twists cross, wasn't it? I don't think I did that right. So let's just undo them, because if you're not sure, just do it again. This is your work, nobody else's but yours. If you're not for sure, redo it, undo it, and do it again. Yep, I was right. I did it wrong. Oop. Okay, so twist, cross is a half stitch. Put your little pin in, tighten her up. Tighten her up, twist, cross. There's your first one. Now your last one, twist, cross. Half stitch, pin your work. Twist, cross. And then the 2 twist, cross to the bottom, and you're done with the stitch. Twist, cross again. Oop, I dropped my little guy. Okay. Twist, cross. All done. We just did a spider. What they call it. See the little legs? We'll go closer. We'll pull it closer. See the spider? We just made the spider. Yeah. Looks really good. Looks good, people. Oh, they're there. There you go. Good job. Okay, so hello, people. So this is our 3 legs. The yellow, the brown, and the orange are 3 legs, and then these are the 2 processed ones that went through both 6 legs. Now we're doing the bottom, which is a 2 and 3, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Pin, that was a half stitch. Pin the bottom of the 2 legs. These are the, and then a twist and a cross. And that's the closing of the bottom. So you should have all 4 closed at the bottom, and we're all done. Our spider is complete. Now we'll do another video. I'll do one more spider. So here's our spider is complete. We'll go a little closer so we can see what our spider looks like. Yay! We did one spider. We'll do 2, 3 spiders. This is the second spider, and this is the third spider, and maybe a fourth. We'll see how much yarn we have. But I'll do another little video for that.